Once upon a time, there was a girl named Lily who lived in a small town surrounded by dense forests. Lily was a curious and adventurous girl who loved to explore the woods and discover new things. She was always looking for new adventures, and her parents would often scold her for taking unnecessary risks. Despite their warnings, Lily continued to venture out into the wilderness, always eager to see what lay beyond the familiar paths. One day, Lily was out exploring when she came across an old, abandoned cemetery deep in the woods. As she walked among the moss-covered headstones, she noticed a small, unmarked grave at the edge of the cemetery. Curiosity getting the better of her, she began to dig, hoping to uncover what lay beneath. After a few minutes of digging, Lily hit something hard. Excitedly, she dug faster, her heart racing with anticipation. Soon, she uncovered a small, wooden coffin buried in the ground. Without hesitation, she pried it open, eager to see what lay inside. But as she peered into the darkness of the coffin, she suddenly felt a sharp blow to the back of her head. Dazed and confused, she fell to the ground, unconscious. When Lily came to, she found herself lying in the coffin, buried alive. She screamed and pounded on the lid of the coffin, but it was no use. The earth had been piled on top of her, and she was trapped, unable to escape. For hours, Lily lay in the darkness, her heart pounding with fear. She cried out for help, but no one answered. As the hours turned into days, she grew weaker and weaker, her body racked with hunger and thirst. She knew that she would soon die if she didn't find a way to escape. Desperate, Lily began to claw at the walls of the coffin, using her fingernails to chip away at the wood. It was slow and painful work, but she refused to give up. She dug and dug, until her fingers were raw and bleeding. Days turned into weeks, and Lily continued to dig. She was weak and starving, but she refused to give up hope. And then, finally, she saw a faint glimmer of light. With renewed energy, Lily dug even harder, using every ounce of strength she had left. And then, finally, she broke through the surface, gasping for air as she emerged from the earth. Weak and disoriented, Lily stumbled through the woods, her body racked with pain. She was starving and thirsty, but she didn't care. She had survived, against all odds. Eventually, Lily stumbled upon a group of hikers who were out exploring the woods. They took her to a nearby hospital, where she was treated for dehydration and malnutrition. And then, finally, she was reunited with her family, who had been searching for her for weeks. In the months that followed, Lily struggled to come to terms with what had happened to her. She had survived an ordeal that most people could barely imagine, and it had changed her in ways that she couldn't fully comprehend. But through it all, Lily remained determined and strong. She knew that she had been given a second chance at life, and she was determined to make the most of it. And though she would never forget the horrors that she had endured, she refused to let them define her. Instead, she focused on the future, determined to live every day to the fullest, no matter what challenges lay ahead.